I felt like the game was kind of getting away from us. So I felt like me being a leader on this team and a guy that's been through a lot of hardship there, it was my time to step up. And, fortunately tonight, all those hours in the gym paid off, and I hit a couple shots.
Ruben, you had to wait almost a year for this thing. Was it sort of worth it the second half when you got the balls going in the basket?
Wow, it was unbelievable. Like, it was just surreal because I sat out all last year. I watched everything we went through, and for something like this to happen, for us as a team, and for me to hit shots and get this win, I have no words for it.
Once they started going in, were you going to stop shooting?
No. I think Coach would have slapped me if I would have stopped shooting.
Yeah, it looked like somebody was coming out to set that high ball screen for you, like they knew you were, and you were just pointing them in the right direction. They give you a shot.
Right. And sometimes, they put so much attention on me that our team got layups, and it just worked out at the end. We made a great run.
Any other questions for Ruben?
When you got down 12, what was going on with your squad? What were you telling people?
Well, I was feeling a little frustrated. At first, I started feeling like it wasn't coming back, but once I said that out loud, everybody looked at me like, "Yo, you crazy? We're a team. We got this. We're gonna do it. Like we was down in practice. We're gonna do it." So we just played as a team and got that.
What did you say to him, Eric? You said you didn't think you were coming?
Like I felt as though we lost. I felt as though like they had the momentum. I was arguing with the refs. I was complaining at the refs. So I felt as though they had the refs, and then they just was like up by like 10. So I just was down. Like I was out of it.
Ruben bring you back a little bit?
Yeah, Ruben. The whole team brought me back as a team. Yeah. Ruben brought us back with them big time threes though.
One thing I noticed, you were not hanging out by the three-point line tonight. Was that by design? You wanted to get in there, get near the baseline, play near the ground?
Yeah, I feel as though I bail a lot of people out by shooting threes, even though I'm capable of shooting it. I think I'm capable of doing a lot of other things like inside. So I just go to the inside now.
There wasn't anybody on this team who was supposed to check you, was there? You didn't feel like there was anybody.
Nah, not at all. But I still want to bail them out by shooting threes.
Any other questions?
You want it out. You're on that.
Any questions for Coach G?
Wasn't that fun, Coach, to open the season that way?
Well, first of all, I think Columbia is going to surprise a lot of people this year. We actually did a great job defending the three-point line against them. I think that, if you let that team make threes and you let Ado have a good game, you really got your hands full. So that team is going to surprise some people. I think we hung together really nicely in the face of a lot of adversity, which is tremendous. Our bench really rallied together in the second half. I think Sam Mills' defense on Ado was a gigantic factor in us winning this game. Obviously, Ruben had a spectacular offensive game. And we had other guys contribute. I think that we had some guys play about as poorly as I've seen them play, through no lack of attitude or effort. They just were a little bit out of sorts today. And we'll play a lot better. I think we'll play a lot better than this. This was a gutted out win where the guys hung together and Sam really came through defensively and Ruben really came through offensively.
John, what made you decide on Sam in the second half when their kid just went nuts in the first half?
Well, he went nuts in the first half and he went nuts on the first couple plays in the second half. And pretty soon it's just common sense that this isn't working and you better try something else. And in my heart of hearts, I know that Sam is our best perimeter defender. I was just hoping we could find someone else to help him out and do a good job on this kid, but we couldn't. We just couldn't until we put him on.
Ruben, so asked Ruben about after having to wait a whole year, was this like a real catharsis for him? What did you think of him in the second half?
What I told our team is that Ruben's not a perfect player. We all have our faults. Sometimes Ruben holds the ball too long, but there's two things about Ruben that are extremely positive. First, he doesn't turn the ball over. He never has. Second, he's a shot maker and a scorer. I said, listen, if Ruben was out there finding all you guys and getting 9, 10 assists and 0 or 1 turnovers and making those shots, he'd be Jason Kidd. And I said, listen, Ruben, you're not Jason Kidd right now, but in terms of not turning the ball over and making shots, this guy's really good, and we may have to live with some things, the one thing he's not always great at, but all of us aren't great at something. And that's the point to our team, that, you know, hang together, don't get down on a guy if something happens, because we all have our flaws.
Was it a special need for him? I mean,
Yeah.
he's one of your guys.
Yeah, listen, I'm very caught up right now on what happened to us as a team, but as I reflect on the pain, literal and figurative, of last year, I couldn't be more happy for Ruben in getting this kind of opener. He really deserves it, and I think it's further evidence that if that team had another shooter and passer like Ruben, I think we would have had a pretty good year.
What did you emphasize at intermission?
Hanging together, and you know what? We got off to a bad start. I mean, it's not like whatever I said at intermission did a spectacular job. I just think we really hung together, and that was huge. I mean, it's, you know, there were some things in the first half I didn't like from a mental point of view, but I'll tell you what, when we got down 10, that team really came together mentally. And they really supported each other. And they started talking about how we can win this. They started talking about playing defense. And I think it was a team-building win. I mean, we were not doing well, and we had to gut it out. And A, we hung together. B, Sam was great defensively. C, Ruben was great offensively.
Any other questions? All right, thanks everyone.